Taiwan, I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan has been buying more high-tech weapons from the U.S., including nearly 300 advanced attack drones last year. These weapons are essential for asymmetric warfare, and as Alan Liu reports, the first batch has now arrived.
Hitting targets and surveilling the air. These drones could be Taiwan's next big step in weapons advancement. The country has just received its first batch of OTIA 600M attack drones from the US. Technology that can fly for up to 4 hours, travel hundreds of kilometers, resist electronic attacks, and even carry anti-tank missiles.
它的弹头比早期的像弹簧刀300一类的产品要大，所以它是可以有效地对付重型的装甲车辆，比方说战车、步兵战斗车这一类的目标。那对台湾而言，这是相对实用的。
As Taiwan faces growing military pressure from China, the country in recent years has been buying more drones to boost its asymmetric warfare capabilities. It even plans to procure nearly 50,000 indigenous drones by 2027. But adding more drones into the military's arsenal is just the beginning. Analysts say more needs to be done.
部队需要去建立它的作战概念，就是我们必须要把它真正融入未来我们对战场的想象里面，它应该要扮演什么样的角色，这个必须要研发出来，需要建立相关的 doctrine， 然后需要采购足够的数量之外，我们也需要制度的配合。
This shipment marks the fastest U.S. arms delivery to Taiwan in almost 20 years. A big win, given the billions of U.S. dollars worth of weapons still on back order. And Taiwan isn't stopping there. Officials say they're considering buying another 1,000 drones. Defense Minister Wellington Koo says the OTIA 700 is one option on the table.
这个 Artis 600之外他们也会有精进这个700的部分，Artis 700。那我们也会按照我们的这个联合战力的规划，如果预算可以的话，我们就会来适时的筹获。
Taiwan has been stepping up military cooperation with the U.S. A new congressional report says Washington is open more security channels, like drawdown authority and foreign military financing, meaning drone deals like this one could become routine. Dolphin Chen and Alan Liu for TaiwanPlus.
For the first time, Taiwanese representatives are joining memorial services for the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The bombings 8 decades ago ushered in the atomic age and hastened the fall of the Japanese Empire, bringing an end to Japan's colonial rule in Taiwan. Bryn Thomas reports from Hiroshima.
At 2:45 in the morning, August 6, 1945, Colonel Tibbets takes the Enola Gay down the runway into the air, beginning the 6.5-hour flight to Japan. The Enola Gay begins the bomb run. The bomb is dropped.
80 years ago, at about 8:15 in the morning, the people of Hiroshima saw a blinding flash in the sky. An atomic bomb dropped by the United States exploded about 600 meters above where I'm standing right now.
投下され、一瞬にして当たり前の日常が消えました。誰なのかわからないぐらい皮膚がただれた人々、涙とともに止まらない絶望の声。
On the 80th anniversary of the atomic bombing, Taiwanese representatives are joining the annual Peace Memorial Ceremony for the first time ever. This event, held every year since 1947, honors the roughly 140,000 victims of a 1945 bombing and calls for a world free of nuclear weapons. Taiwan has never officially been included in this ceremony, despite its connection to Japan's wartime history. Taiwan was part of the Japanese Empire at the time, and while records are incomplete, historians estimate around 2,000 Taiwanese were killed at Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
It took until 2008, actually, for Taiwanese, and I think any kind of non-Japanese, to have their medical records assessed outside of Japan. They also had to provide documentation of being within the bomb blast area, and that was quite difficult for them to provide decades after the incident.
And while Taiwan's role in Japanese history may often be overlooked, events like this are important in determining its future. Taiwan's ambassador to Japan, Liao, was seen shaking hands and talking with his American counterpart, George Glass. And still, while Taiwan's presence here is significant, the somber processions are a reminder that nuclear war leaves no nation untouched.
核軍縮をめぐる国際社会の分断は深まり、現下の安全保障環境は一層厳しさを増しています。
80 years later, Taiwan's presence at this ceremony reflects a broader truth, that the impact of Hiroshima spans generations and crosses borders. Even today, nuclear weapons remain at the center of global tensions, with world leaders, including US President Donald Trump, invoking them in threats just days ago. For people gathered here, that's exactly why this ceremony still matters. Ryan Wu, Jeffrey Chen, and Bryn Thomas in Hiroshima for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwanese artists are performing at a cultural event in Osaka. We Taiwan is being held alongside Expo 2025 and aims to showcase the country's culture to the world. Sandy Chi went to the Japanese city to meet one of the troops.
Depicting the return of freedom of speech to Taiwan, these performers are showcasing a part of Taiwan's democratic journey. This piece is called Showfeet, the Electric Divine Generals, a performance by Taiwan's artistic troupe, Liao, one of the groups performing at We Taiwan in Osaka. Liao's performances aim to represent a distinctive Taiwanese aesthetic through contemporary dance, sound, fashion, and folk singing. Unlike other troupes, these artists have a clear mission. They came together in 2018, 4 years after Taiwan's Sunflower Movement, when hundreds of young people stormed the legislature to oppose a government trade agreement with China.
其实我们对于文化的转型正义跟国家认同，其实有蛮大的使命跟理解啊，所以当时才有做一个团体，就是做针对的是台湾文化的转型正义来做创作为主。
因为加入了平场，我才开始比较了解有关台湾近代史一些先烈们的故事。那原本它距离我生活很遥远，那我开始了解之后才知道，为什么我会成为现代的自己。
And here in Osaka, these performers hope to encourage discussion about transitional justice, a major part of Taiwan's road to democracy.
运用到了台湾真实的民间信仰，以及就是真的有涉及到所谓的转型正义议题的表演团队。那因为这两个其实是一个极端，因为民间信仰就是神明的事情，其实是开心的、喜庆的。可是台湾的转型正义其实是比较灰暗的，然后比较隐晦的，甚至到现在都还有一部分台湾人想要刻意回避的。
And the intricacies of the performance are a nod to Taiwan's democracy.
神将身上的灯光变化会由女舞者去来驱动，以这样的灯光驱动，其实它就是一个沟通。那台湾其实是一个很新的民主国家，那什么样是最宝贵的，就是自由。所以这个灯光的沟通，它其实象征了光明跟神圣之外，其实还有一个就是言论自由的关联。
Some Taiwanese living in Japan say performances like this are essential to showing others how Taiwan came to be how it is today.
我们在介绍其他国家人说，我们台湾在民主这一步，不是从以前这么的制度化，而是我们变得越来越活性化，从过去的东西包含现在新的东西去结合在一起，然后让全世界人都看到更多的台湾的画面。
Showing that performance can do more than just entertain. This troupe is telling the story of silenced voices as Taiwan continues on its democratic journey. Devon Tai, PG Zhuang, and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
And thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally, check out the foul-smelling corpse flower blooming at the Botanical Garden in Warsaw. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.